All right, shalom everybody, and good morning, and hope you guys having a good time. Today our topic is about some philosophers or thinkers, as Muslims they call them, and we will take like one by one. So today I decide to go by a guy. His name, uh, you see his picture here. His name is James Missioner. Michener. Okay. Why American author James Michener likes Prophet Muhammad? There is many people, they write books and nobody read their books. And if you want to make a book for sale, and just because you're an American or a European or a foreigner, and you make a book saying Muhammad is a great man, your book will sell for good. The Muslim will promote your book. You don't even need to promote it. But I will show you today that those who they call themselves thinker, they are nothing but a bunch of bankrupt and a big fat liars. If I want to say that this guy, he did not read, I don't think so. I think he knew really what he is talking about. This is what it says, what he said about Muhammad. Now, this article may be posted by Muslims, all right? Yeah, it is. Islami Gims. And this is the link. Let me post it for you. So you can read it yourself in case you want to save it in your... But just to show you how easy it is to expose the lies of those who who praise Muhammad. Obviously, they are doing business. We post it everywhere. We are in Rumble and YouTube and Discord. All right. So what James Michener, he said or he liked about Muhammad. Lie number one. Muhammad, the inspired man, was founded Islam. According to Islam, Muhammad, he received message by delivery, not by inspiration. And if this guy, he claimed to be an a thinker, obviously he's an idiot. Look, even him, he said that he received his inspired by an angel who come to him. How this is an inspired then? The angel come to Muhammad and he command him to read. And here you see, is it possible that this guy do not know? He don't speak, like he just said that the angel come to him. So he knew that a physical person, he come as a man and not even as an angel. And he speak to him. How that isn't called inspired? You see, English is not my language, but we know what inspired mean. If somebody come to my door and knock at my door and tell me something, this is not inspired. So this is the first thing stupid he said. Let us continue. We will go back where we started. So he was born about AD 570 into an Arabian tribe that worship idols. That is a big fat lie too. The Arabian tribes, they worship Allah. You see, this guy is a thinker. This is why if we go in the Quran, it says mushrikeen. What mushrikeen mean? Mean they associate someone with Allah. Allah is their God. Allah is their God. Stupidity is beyond. This is a guy, is a thinker. Imagine this guy, he come to debate me and he claimed to be an author and he is a thinker. He will be demolished in two. We did not even read his book. I'm just reading some quotation of what the Muslim says about his book. All this word here, it says mushrikeen, 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 mushrikeen. Mushrikeen is those who worship Allah. But in order to get closer to Allah, they have idols, because Allah himself is a big idol. There's two idols. One is Allah and one is Akbar. And then later they add more idols, like the daughters of Allah. And just to show you how stupid this so-called thinker, how we can, I mean, you can, there's tons of videos actually about the mushrikeen. Mushrikeen is people who worship Allah, not people who worship idols. This is the Quran, chapter 6, verse number 23. The mushrikeen, they say, by Allah, they swear by Allah. Unbelievable. I mean, so any scumbag, he want to make money, he make poo-poo, and if you are a dummy, stupid, and you did not read, like, I'm sure, by the way, they will teach his book in universities. I have no doubt. But my books will never be in any shelf in any universities. You know, Islam is like you know, those, like the Assad or Saddam Hussein, or now the new leader of Syria. When somebody in control, and became the everybody have to praise because there is a fear. So everything about this person is positive, and we hide all the negative. So suddenly, the people of Muhammad, they worship idols. They don't worship Allah. Isn't it his father is Abdullah, which means the slave of Allah? And he died before Muhammad. According to Muslims, Muhammad was born 4 years after his father's death. I can tell that the penis of Muhammad's father was so strong. He can leave his sperm for a long time after death. Maybe his mother, she used to go to the graveyard and have sex with the dead man. 4 years after Muhammad's father died, his mother, she delivered a child. That's so good. So here you see, I mean, I did not even read his book. I did not start. This is the beginning. And by the way, I did not prepare. I said, I was going to call this, you know, like video, like Life with a Christian Prince. But I said, you know what? Let's just talk about philosophy, thinkers. So I searched in the internet about philosophers, what philosophers says about Prophet Muhammad. And then I found this website here. And this is what I did actually. I copied the first name it shows in the website. Egypt Dar al-Ifta. Dar al-Ifta mean the house of fatwa. Fatwa, in case you do not know, is a command made by the religious leaders according to Islam. All right. So here, by the way, if somebody in Egypt commit a crime, he will be executed. Before the execution, they have to send his papers here to agree. Can you believe it? This is how much powerful they are. Even if you killed 1,000 men, the president of the country cannot execute you unless those Muslims sign that he's good to go. Execute him. So this is Darul Ifta in Egypt. What do world thinkers says about Prophet Muhammad? All right. And right away here appeared to me this name, so I chose the first one. There's more names we can carry on later, you know, but we chose the first one. And then I searched what this guy he said about so-called Prophet Muhammad. And as you see, so far we did not even start yet, and this guy is making a lot of poo-poo, and he is lying big time. Do we have any Muslim in Discord would like to join us? Somebody from Syria saying, can I ask you about, you know, okay. Well, you know, in Syria is messed up, and Lord have mercy. Those countries will never have peace. I don't want to talk about it much for now, not my topic, but just to give you an answer about what I think about Syria. They get rid of an idiot, all right? In fact, this guy, Assad, he betrayed his own people. He betrayed his own people, you know? I mean, look what he did. He lied to them. I'm talking about the ones who they fight for him, not the enemies, you know? He did not even tell them he's running. So he betrayed them. He did not even let them fight to defend themselves. So this this guy, his own men, they should execute him. For he betrayed them, really. Forget about the enemies. I mean, enemy is enemy. So this guy is an idiot. But this is what I think will happen. Syria is not for Syrian. Not for Syrian. Will never be for Syrian. Syria will be now for Turkey. Syria will be for whoever want to invest money on the ground. So Turkey now is going to invade and is going to try their best to control most of Syria and steal all the oil and the minerals of Syria. They will force the government of Syria to sign a $1 billion agreement, and they will control all businesses, and they will flood the country, and then they will force their language, and then they will take cities after city, the same as did with the north of Syria. All of north of Syria is taken by Turkey. The last massive land taken by Turkey is not even 8 years ago. The Gulf of Iskenderun and Antakya. So Turkey will try its best to swallow. Saudi will try its best to stop the invasion of Turkey, because the Saudi, they will be afraid of the Turkish getting close to their borders. Same as the Jordanian. So soon what we will see, that many power will start flooding the country, or groups in the country, with arms and money to fight each other to stop any full control of the Turkish. The Iranian will do the same. Many forces, and they are powerful. They can. Hezbollah is still there. Hezbollah is not gone. They say to you Hezbollah is demolished. It's demolished in front of Israel, but they are not demolished in front of fighters like them. And Hezbollah in Lebanon, still they are massive in numbers. So soon they will start fighting with the Muslim Sunni, and they will send fighters and weapons, and they will start arming the Alawi and other groups. So things is going to be messed up. European Union are desperate to find a solution to kick out all the migrants. That's why they are rushing into Damascus even as we speak. They want to get rid of the migrants. They don't care really what will happen in Syria. They want to get rid of millions of Syrian refugee. Europe is bankrupt. Germany is bankrupt. They cannot afford it no more. So they want to send them as soon as possible. This is what all the Europeans care for. In return, they can make a relationship with this regime. But this regime will never have peace, and this country will never have peace, because the termite of Islam is there. As long as Islam is, and look, like Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Soon you will see the same people who they are happy for the victory over Assad, they will start throwing rocks at the new regime. Because soon they will notice that what they thought is going to be a honeymoon, it turned to be a honey shit. Sorry for the word. I give you an answer. And time will come, and you will know if what I said, my prediction, is true or not. I hope I answered you, Mr. Yazan. All right? There is Kurdish, there is, there is a Christians, there is Alawi, there is Shia, there is, and everybody have his own, let us say, engine. This country will never be a country. And I believe the best solution for this country in the future is to be divided. They cannot live together. They just laughing, lying to each other, a lot of hate. So it's going to happen. And who make it happen is the one who decide. And those who decide is not the one who live inside the country, is the ones in the neighbor, like Israel, Like Israel now will start communicating with the Druze. The Druze is very well known. They have no religion, they have no God, they have no loyalty. And now the Druze, they feel they've been threatened because the Sunni, they hate them. The Sunni, they don't consider the Druze Muslims. They use always to kidnap them, to kill them, to kidnap their women. So the Druze now, who always speak about Israel as bad country, now they will kiss the ass of Israel to help them. And just wait, you will see. Like now, the town of Majd al-Shams, which is taken by Israel from Syria, long time ago, always they want to go back to Syria. Today, they announced they want to be forever in Israel. The Druze, you know, yeah. They say they want to go back to Syria. They use it as a paper to put pressure on Netanyahu and the government to give them more money. But now they notice that things is going wrong for the Druze in Syria. The honeymoon is over. The Sunni are coming to town. So now they want to stay as part of Israel. Good money, good salary, nobody treat them bad, and they are, you know, living fine. Why do they want to go there? No need. So soon, the Druze, which is majority of them live in the Suwaida, territory in the south of Syria. Soon they will, try to depart out of Syria. And because now the new regime too trying to present itself as a freedom regime, so people will start, shouting, "We don't want to be part of the country." The Kurdish want to be, separated, and it's about who is going to have the power by arms to make things happen. The Druze can be sponsored by Israeli. The Kurdish now can be sponsored by the Iranian and by the Israeli. It's funny, like before the Kurdish were sponsored by American, right, and some support from Israel. Now, because for the benefit, for the new situation, I assure you, Iran will support them. In fact, as I heard today, that the brother of the president, who was a leader of a massive force in the army of Syria, and his intelligence officers, all of them right now, they are in the hospitality of the Kurdish in the mountains of Kandil. The mountains of Kandil. We change topic now, guys. Should I go back to the topic? Anyway, sorry, I asked me a question. It's my problem. I do not know much, Anyway, so the mountains of Kandil supposedly is part of Iraq, but it is not controlled by Iraq. Iraqi army cannot get there. They cannot even step in it. We will change the topic just for a few minutes, if you don't mind, guys. Just for the sake of education, for the one who like to be educated. So those mountains are controlled by Kurdish, and it's a very massive, very hard geography, let us say, This is why no Turkish, no Iranian, no Iraqi can go there and can win a war with the Kurdish. So the Kurdish there, they do guerrilla war. If any army try to get in, and the army will be slaughtered, even if you have drones, First, the weather there is always bad. There's a lot of a cloud. Let us see if we can show you pictures. I don't know if we can show you pictures to give you an idea. Here we go. Now you will have an idea, right? So if you are going to go and have a war with the Kurdish in those mountains, good luck. This is how it is. You see what I'm talking about? So right now, as I learned, that most of the officers, high intelligence officers, the commanders of the Assad regime, and the brother of the president, they are in those mountains, in the hospitality of the Kurdish fighters. And what I learned too, that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, they came to the mountains of Kandil to meet with them and to discuss how they can start arm movement inside Syria. So things is not over, you know, and will not be over. And you know, now the more the Alawi, they feel they are discriminated, and I saw tons of videos. They are robbing them, they are taking their houses, they go inside the houses of the Alawi, they take their, even their TV, even their phones, they take it from their hand, their cars, they stop them in the street and they take their cars. All of this will make the Alawi revolt and run into arms, and things will go bad. And Iran will arm them. Hezbollah is in the border of Syria. So, you know, whoever think it's over, it's far from over. All right? Somebody says, I hear music, not CP. Guys, do you hear music? What music? Somebody hearing music. Maybe you are playing music in your backyard, you know. All right. So this is my answer for you. I hope that is enough. Let us go back to our topic about the philosophers or the thinkers. Good. So here you see how much he lies in this book, and how shallow he is in knowing what he is talking about. So obviously these days, you know, anyone, he claimed to be an author and he is a thinker. And if you praise Muhammad, for sure the Muslims will boast your book everywhere. If you are an enemy of Muhammad, exposing the faith of Muhammad, you know, you will, the Muslims will fight your book. You know, the Muslim, they send thousands of signatures to Amazon to take my book down. And then if you notice, I don't know if you remember, I threatened Amazon to take them to court. I communicate with them and I told them, I want to know why you took my book down. They said it's against our guideline. I said, give me the guideline, which is my book against yours. They could not give me. I told them my lawyer will contact you. Right away, they put my books back up and they apologized. They said after review, so they took them off from the shelf for almost 2 years. All is under the pressure of the terrorist. The Muslims, they go to my books on Amazon and they give them like 1 star. And you know, if you check in Amazon, it shows you that this person never bought the book. You see, when somebody make a review on Amazon, next to his name it says verified, which means he bought the book. You know, the 1 star is given by someone never bought the book, never read the book, and this is a Muslim. This guy, he is saying great things about Muhammad. The Muslims will give him 10 stars if they could. All right? So, as you see, he is lying, and I cannot say he's ignorant. There's no way someone he wrote a book, he did not study the subject, right? Especially if he is supposedly educated. So he write and he lie. And then it says Muhammad, inspired man who found Islam, etc. And he said he was an orphan birth. He was always particularly solicitous. I don't know, sorry if I'm saying the word wrong. Solicitous. Excuse my weak English. Let me see what this word means. Solicitous. He helped the poor mean? Is that what it mean? What this word mean? Let me. Nobody is helping. People are busy chatting in Discord. No problem. Very useful crowd. All right. Oh, he is always concerned on the poor. Muhammad is always concerned on the poor. Oh, are you sure? Let me get you busted again. In the Quran, there's a chapter that's called the Abasa wa Tawalla. Abasa. Abasa wa Tawalla in Ja'ahu al-A'ma. Chapter 80, verse number 1. If you go to the interpretation for this chapter, you will see that Muhammad, a blind man, he came to him. He's what? He's a blind man. And you know, a blind man, he is going to be poor. And even the Muslim, Muhammad himself, he said he was poor. And that's why he kicked him out of his house. So he was always concerned about the poor. Are you sure? Let us see. This is the book. It's called Asbabun Nuzul, which means the reason for the verses to come. Abasa wa tawalla in ja'ahu al-a'ma. He frowned and turned away because the blind man came into him. All right. This is referred to Ibn Maktoum. Ibn Maktoum. This is the person, his name, they call him the son of Maktoum. Okay, the mother of Maktoum. He went to the Prophet. Allah pray on him, not to bless him, and give him a salute. While he was meeting, why Muhammad was meeting with Utbah ibn Rabi'a, Abu Jahl ibn Hisham, Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib, and Ubay ibn Umayyah, the sons of Khalaf, or the Caliphate of Khalaf. So those are important men, especially the last few names. They are rich. And he was trying to convince them to believe in him. But look what happened. So he was calling them to Allah, hoping that they might embrace Islam. And then this blind man, he came. He stood up and said, "O Messenger of Allah, teach me of which Allah has taught you." And he kept requesting and repeating his request, not knowing that he was busy and dealing with someone else. And here you see how the Muslim, they are lying, because simply a blind man, he cannot see, but a blind man, he can hear. Secondly, the guy did not ask for something out of the topic. Isn't it this guy Muhammad is calling them to believe in Allah? Okay, here we go. Explain. Right? He's not asking him about the stock market. Nothing changed. So look what Muhammad. So Muhammad, he said to himself, these chiefs will say, his followers consist of only the blind and the lowly people and slaves. So he gave him a face and he kicked him out. How he cared for the poor, not for the rich. Yet he is worried that those people who they are rich, they will say, this is his worry, by the way. This is not them. They did not say anything. This is in his head. Muhammad is explaining why he did that. He don't want people to think that the one who follow him are the lowly, are the poor. This is not the image he like. So going back to the article written by this false, man, it doesn't match. And then when Muhammad, he did that to the blind man, the same rich men, it backfired on Muhammad. Why? They said to themselves, if he claimed that he is inspired by God and etc., why he's treating the blind man like this? So Muhammad, he thought by kicking him out of his house will make him look better. But the same men who witnessed this, they went out and started talking. We were there. And this blind man, he was asking him, which we are asking him the same question. Tell us about Allah. He gave him a face, he kicked him out, and he gave all the attention. And as you see, Muhammad himself is saying why. He don't want to appear that he have lowly people are following him. And then he cared for the orphans and the widows. Is that right? Muhammad, he caused a huge number of widows by the one who he killed. And then if one of his men killed, Muhammad, he tried to F the widow. As an example, Sauda, the second wife after Khadija. And he kidnapped many women from their husband after he made them widows. As an example, Safiya. So the guy, he cared for the widows and the orphan. By mentioning the orphans, how Muhammad he cared for the orphan? Muhammad established a new idea of charity for the orphans. If you want to help an orphan, you F her. Excuse my language. If you go in the Quran, it says, if you could not F an orphan, oops. You know, the orphan presents something very weird in Islam. You know, when we say an orphan, we mean what? We mean a child, correct? We can't say someone he is, or a girl, she is 17, 18. I mean, she is a growing lady already. She is not an orphan. Orphan is a kid. Huh? Orphan is a kid. Muhammad, not only he command his men to sleep with married women as long they are kidnapped by their slaves, but he commanded them to F the orphans as we will see here. All those words, by the way, is about the orphan. But here you will see something unique. Chapter 4, verse number 3, it says, if you fear you shall not be able to deal justly with the orphan girls, then go and F a woman. What does that mean? What the connection between if a growing woman and if you fear, you know, you cannot deal justly with the orphan? What does that mean? There's no connection. You know, when you see the word orphan, okay, if you cannot deal justly with the orphan, who are you who is going to do just to the orphan? By doing what? He cannot be the parents because they are orphan, right? They are orphan. So this is a stranger to the orphan. What Muhammad is talking about, if you think you cannot deal with the orphan, the one you will sleep with, they call it marriage now. So we are marrying orphans. Muslims, in order to feed a child, they have to F the child. They have to F the child. So Muhammad is saying, if you cannot deal with them, and the word here, tuqsitu, they make it as coming as being just. It's not really about being just, it's about being satisfied. It's about being able to deal with them because they are kids. So if you fear that you cannot deal with a bunch of kids in your bedroom, then go to a growing woman. But this is come back in his book. He says that the Prophet of Islam, he cared for orphans. How we care for the orphans? By raping them. In fact, in the same chapter 4, we showed you verse number 3. In verse number 6, the same chapter, it says the following: and try orphans until they reach the age of marriage. What? So now we confirm that he just told them to F the orphans, but they are not in the age of marriage. But what you don't know, that the age of marriage for Islam is 6 years old. So the previous verse is talking about orphans. Maybe they are even 1 year old. You marry them, but you don't have intercourse with them. You touch them, you molest them, like Muhammad, like what he did to Aisha. And when the orphan reached the age of effing, how the age of effing is decided in Islam? If this child have little meat, little physical appearance, can handle it, you F it. Do you see it? Hmm? There is a story where Muhammad, he asked, because he's a pedophile, he asked his man, why you are at rush to go home? He said, I newly married. Muhammad, he said to him, did you marry a growing woman or a child? The man, he says, he said to him, a widow, actually, you know, to make it simple. Actually, the word widow is not there, but I am assuming that there's no way he marry a woman. She is already still married, right? So she, what the in Arabic it says, فَبِكْرٌ أَمْ ثَيِّب, is she a virgin or she is not? Virgin in Islam, not necessarily really mean someone never had sex. Virgin in Islam means someone she never been married before. Thayyib is someone already been married. So obviously she is not virgin no more, right? So Muhammad is asking him, in the beginning you might not notice, if you don't know the language very well, that Muhammad did not talk about children. But then, if you read the story in full, you will see that Muhammad is speaking about the children. This is why he says he called her a Jariya. And you play with her. Even the Muslim translation could not get away with it. So he said to him, why? Why you marry a previously married woman? Huh? Why? Why don't you marry a young little child so that you could sport with her and she could sport with you, and or you could amuse with her and she could amuse with you? So this so-called thinker he did not notice that Muhammad, when he cared for the orphans, he's talking about effing the orphans. And he did not notice really that Muhammad, he is a pedophile and a big deal mentally ill. Pedophile is a mental illness where a man, he feels special fantasy for touching a skin of a child. He feels he is superior because the child physically cannot empower him and mentally is easy to control. So you bring a candy to a little girl and this pedophile will ask her to sit in his lap. The little girl, she is interested in the candy and she is happy to have the candy. The pervert man is interested to harm the child. So here Muhammad is giving us the reason to marry a child. You sport with her. This guy is mentally ill. Is that a reason to have a female anyway, even if it's a growing female? So the difference between a growing woman and a child, they are not fun, those growing women. with the child you play? This guy is mentally sick. And then a Muslim, he might try to defend. He says, no, she is just young, they are more fun. No, read carefully. It doesn't say even the word younger. It says jariya tula'ibuha, a jariya la'ub. And then how we understand more that this is about little girls? I said to him, Abdullah died. He failed in the attack of Uhud. Muhammad, he always a thief. He attacked his neighbors to steal, and left 9 or 7 daughters behind him. This guy do not even know how many daughters his brother he have. I therefore did not approve of the idea that I should bring a girl like them, but I preferred a woman who should look after them. Now we understand the story very well, right? Now the story is clear. Muhammad the pedophile is encouraging the man to get a little child in his bed, claiming that it is more fun to have such a child in your bed because you can play with her, she can play with you, you can sport with her, you can amuse by her, she can amuse by you. The man, he make it clear, well, I cannot do that really, because I don't want one more girl like the girls I am supporting, the orphan girls of my brother. Girl like them. Remember, they are orphans. They are not able to take care of themselves. So this is why he said, I prefer to bring a woman who should look after them. And then this guy, he is saying to us that Muhammad, he cared for the widows and the orphans. Aren't you ashamed of yourself, you scumbag? Aren't you? You know, those people who write about such a scumbag, his name is Muhammad, and they try to give him a clean image. Anyone can have respect for them. I mean, even if you are Muslim, you know that what he's saying is not true. And then the question then, if the Muslims, they see what I see, they read what I read, and they know what I'm saying is true, Muhammad obviously is a pedophile. How in the world they still follow this man? I will tell you. Since you are a child, they will teach you to be a pedophile. The whole society become a pedophile. You know, sexuality or any behaviors have an impact on the childhood. If you steal once for the neighbor, let us say your neighbors have a tree. You jump to the neighbor's tree and take an apple. You bring it home. Your mom, she asks you where this is from. You say from the neighbors. If she said to you, go and get more, she's just created a thief. If she scream at you and she said to you, shame on you to steal it, put it back. Never do that again. She just created a good person in the meaning of normal person. Same for sexuality. When a child he see that a grown man he is marrying a child, in his mind he will grow thinking about doing the same. Sound like it is fun. So he will become 60 years old and then he go after a girl, she is 6 years old. All right? Yet this idiot praising Muhammad, giving for how many people bought his book and believe in it. Look what he's saying. At 20, he was already a successful businessman. Big fat lie. Big fat lie. Muhammad was working for Khadija. How is a businessman? You know, the word businessman is somebody who own a business. Is that correct? If I work in your store, I'm not a businessman. I don't know what to say. So imagine, guys, if I work in Elon Musk manufacturer for cars or anything, like I'm the guy who put tires, suddenly I am a businessman. Can you believe it? This guy, he married a woman. She is more than 25 years older than him for the sake of her money. And in order to make it happen, he have a conspiracy to with Khadija. Khadija obviously is a whore. They agree both to make a party of alcohol. She invited her father and many men from Quraysh, the tribe of Muhammad. Let me show you the reference. So she made a party, food, etc., and wine, and they start drinking. The purpose of this is to drink as much they can make them drink. Let me show you the reference. I'm just looking for the or like an official Islamic website, so they will not say I am making things up. All right. Where is... I have the reference actually, but I try to find an official Islamic website. So the Muslims, they will not you know, make a drama, says he is lying, we cannot find it. If you remember, there's two Abdul. I have like a quotation in the front, in the beginning of my book, Sex and Allah. Anyone remember? They said they could not find this hadith anywhere. They made a video, it's still there, you know, nowhere we found it. No, cannot find it anywhere. And they claim that they speak Arabic too, right? Yeah. And then we got them busted. Yeah, they cannot find it. What a shameful people. I cannot find one single... What's wrong today? Usually it's not hard to find it. Give me a minute. Let us see this one. All right. Let us see this website here. We find an official website. Finally. We will put it for you on the screen. And this is Musnad Imam Ahmad. You know what? Let me say, I don't like to save reference because what I will save to save. I mean, it's endless. I have them in my head, but maybe some website sometime, if they will give us hard time, we better save them, you know. Let me save this one. So we don't look for it as now, waste time. All right. So this is Musnad Imam Ahmad. As you notice, guys, I came today very early, so people in Europe, they can have their shares. I receive many emails from people who love to, you know, watch my videos complaining. I care for you, don't take me wrong. So this is Musnad Imam Ahmad. As you see, I will translate. Imam Ahmad is a very big shot in the Islamic religion. All right? Musnad?
Musnad of Imam Ahmad.
This is the name of the book. And this is the name of the Imam. And he is, by the way, the founder is one of the biggest Islamic sect of the Sunni. The Muslim Sunni, they have four major sects. One of them is Hanbali.
Musnad of Imam Ahmad Ahmed bin Hanbal.
All right. This is the hadith number. And 2846. It says here, let me translate.
The Messenger of God, may God's prayers and peace be upon him, mentioned Khadija, and her father wanted to marry him, so she prepared food and drink, so she called her father and a group of Quraysh, and they ate and drank until they became drunk. Khadija said to her father, Muhammad bin Abdullah is proposing to me, so marry him to me. So he married him to her, so she took him off and dressed him in a robe, and this is what they used to do to fathers. So when his drunkenness concealed him, he looked and saw that he was well made and wearing a suit. He said, What is the matter with me? What is this? She said, Muhammad bin Abdullah married me. He said, I am marrying the orphan of Abu Talib, not from my age. Khadija said, Aren't you ashamed? Do you want to make a fool of yourself in front of the Quraysh, telling people that you were drunk, and you did not stay with him until he was satisfied?
So what happened, this is the decent Muhammad, the businessman. You see, a successful businessman. The successful businessman, him and his whore wife, she invited the father who don't want her to marry from Muhammad because he is a low class. While Muslim, they say to us, he's from a very noble family. You see, if somebody from a noble family, he's young, this woman, she had many husbands before, she killed them, took their money. Why in the world he will be so angry to marry Muhammad to his daughter? Why he will be upset? If he is from a noble family, the guy, he want to take his sword. In different story, it says he took his sword, he want to go and kill Muhammad for what he did. They made him a drunk. They changed his clothes. Imagine, guys, they changed his clothing. Look how evil they are. And now when we wake up, she blackmailed him. She said, do you want to make fool of yourself in the front of people of Quraysh? Do you want them to know that you know, like, this has happened to you when you are drunk? We made fun of you? This is the businessman, the successful businessman. Muhammad succeed to get his first deal. Get an old woman rich so he can steal her money. Very successful. Let me see if I can post the link. I don't know if I don't think the link will be able to be posted in YouTube, but I will post it in Discord. All right, and I will post it in Rumble because YouTube don't allow me really to post such a link. Has Arabic in it. I mean, the title have Arabic. The address for the website. So if you want the link, either you go to Rumble or you go to Discord and you can click on it. All right. This is the quality of the one they call him the most honorable Prophet Muhammad. He's a pedophile. He is a scammer. He's a conning man. This is a conning act, you know, making the man drunk. This is not an act of a noble man. And you know, the funny is that Muslims, they say Islam is against alcohol, and the first success Muhammad he accomplished was by alcohol. Do you know this? The first accomplishment of Muhammad life was based of use of alcohol. It must be Allah inspired him, because remember, Allah is the one who created the whole universe from Muhammad, and everything happened by the inspiration of Allah. So it might be Allah, mostly it's Allah, who inspired Muhammad to use alcohol to drunk the father of Khadija. So can Khadija, she obviously she is sleeping with him already, you know, the women, she wants him in bed. She's way older. He's a kid, you know, he's very young compared to her. He's not even in the age of her kids. You know, I see here people, they keep mentioning Sam Shamoun. Don't mention Sam Shamoun. This Shamshon is an idiot and he is a fraud. In fact, he is a Muslim. You see, the whole idea of Islam is to replace the Christians and the Jews. This guy, he believed in the theory of replacement, that we the Christians will replace the Jews. He's a Muslim. If you believe in the replacement and you support that just for the sake of money too, you are a Muslim. This is what Muhammad is trying to do. Islam, Muslims replace the Christians and the Jews. This guy is not fighting Islam, he is fighting Christianity. So don't mention his name here. He's a fraud. Anyone who believes in the replacement theory, he is not a Christian. It's against the Bible. And because, you know, the same as those books is written. Can you see those books? Those books are written for people who do not know anything about Islam. So if you are a person who do not know anything about Islam, you will think this guy is saying the truth. And the same with this potato. You do not know much about the Bible, so he come to you and he give you some reference. You know, reference. He says, look what the Bible says. Read Matthew 21. Falsely, they use verses in the scriptures to deceive you. Don't think that those people are defending Christianity. Those people are dividing us. Those are antichrist. Muslims, they love them. You see, one of the things Muslims don't like about me, that I always call for unity. I don't allow people to attack the Catholic, even though I don't agree with them. I don't allow people to attack the Protestant, even though I don't agree with them. I don't allow people to attack the Orthodox, even though I don't agree with them. But to go farther and say we replace, and you know, like if you are a person who is who follow a sect, the sect not only will delete the Jews, will delete all the Christians. So if you are a Catholic, based on this stupid idiot, fat boy, he will say that the Catholic replace all the Christians. Not only the Jews, because this is what the replacement is about. He followed the correct sect and the rest are trash. This is the same as the Shia. You know the Shia, Hezbollah? They have the keys of the Jannah. So if you are a Shia, you go to heaven. Khomeini will give you the key of the Jannah. Sam Shamoun will give you the key of the Jannah because he believed that the Pope is the good guy. Those are the Antichrist. not the Catholic. Catholic in general, they are people who do not even know what Catholic mean. Same as many, they are Protestant or Orthodox. They are born of a family, they are Catholic or or what he knows. They don't even know how to say our Father art of heaven. So be aware of false teachers, and don't think if somebody he supposedly fight against Islam, he is better. Satan, he have many uniform. How Satan he can penetrate between us? He have to wear our clothes. He have to wear our uniform. How army they make a spy inside an army of the enemy? They send someone who joined the army, who wear a uniform, and they do their best to reach high rank so he can reach high information. Is that true? Are you with me? When somebody says support Hamas, he claims he is not against Hamas, right? But the fact he is supporting Hamas. Because when we say don't support Israel, they are Zionist. We are saying what? We are saying support Hamas. And the Bible confirms that. You cannot be either, you have to choose one. Either you are with the Lord or against the Lord. There's no so-so. The Lord, he says, either the water, the drink, will be cold or hot. The warm water tastes bad. You have to be one of them. Which one? So don't mention those names. Those are Antichrist people. They have no value. A support against Israel is a support for the enemy of the Christians. Israel right now is fighting the whole Muslim world hate them. Even if you think about it as a military person. I mean, let us say he have a brain of a cockroach. Huh? But this cockroach, let us say you are a cockroach like this guy, and outside there is a cat waiting for you. She will kill you, she will eat you. Then this cat, she was busy running away from a lion. Isn't it for your benefit that the cat and the lion, they are busy with each other, so you cockroach can survive and go to the kitchen and eat? Are you getting what I'm talking about? So it's for the benefit of who? To make videos crying for the children of Hamas. Suddenly he loved the children of Hamas. I mean, this guy, he really disgusts me. Sick, filthy. He used emotion to control you. They remind me of my daughter. What's wrong with her? What do you mean? He didn't cry even for the Assyrian girls in Iraq being kidnapped. He never cried for 300 girls in Nigeria, Christian girls, kidnapped. They are in the age of 6 and 7 and 4 and 5. He never cried. Christians are slaughtered in Africa like dogs. He never cried. But Gaza, brother, Gaza. Hypocrite, coward, and he worked for Muslims. Count my words. And I will not be surprised if one day he announced that he converted to Islam. So never mention the name of this filthy person here. They are feeding him. The Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. Right? If you call him, you say to him in the Old Testament, it says, kill the children of those who you call them a Muslim, you will call him a law. The Bible, your Bible says, kill the children. And then he start defending. The Bible says, kill the children. Huh? I mean, do you see the hypocrisy? How you defend verses in the Bible says, kill the children, and when the children of Hamas die, you cry. Like, which one is you? Are you with me? Which person is you? Are you like a person who have two personality, like those, what they call it, schizophrenia, whatever, the illness, the brain? Which one is you? There you tell them God told them because later they will grow and they will kill them and etc. and they will seek revenge. So there, we justify it because you want to present yourself that you are the one who defend Christianity, but you forgot that those are the Jews, the same Jews. Are you with me, guys? Do you understand what I'm saying? Those are the same Jews being commanded to kill the enemy, all of them. He defend them. Somebody's saying, why you don't become the Star of David? My friend, just to tell you something, a news maybe you do not know. Your scumbag prophet, he married a Jew, and he kissed the ass of the Jews. And he was walking around licking their ass and their penises to be a Zionist, and they refuse him. I'm not like your prophet. You want me to show you a reference? Let me show you a reference. This is your prophet kissing the ass of the Jews, saying the Holy Land is the land of the Jews. For me, I have a reason to say this is the Holy Land of the Jews because this is what my Bible says. Muhammad, he have a reason for what? His God, Allah, did not tell him about Palestine? This is your Quran, chapter 5, verse number 21. Muhammad licking the ass of the Jews, saying the Holy Land is your land. Read it. And not only that, they say that Allah told the Jews to kill all those who live in the Holy Land. If you call them Palestinian, well, they are the Palestinian then. It's in front of you. And when the Jews refuse to kill the Palestinian, the one you call them Palestinian, it says here, "Oh, my people, enter the Holy Land." Between two brackets, the Muslim, they add the word Palestine. Your God never even mentioned the word Palestine. He is a Zionist. He's licking the ass of the Jews. Literally. Are you with me? Anyone will say, CP and Sam is a brothers, I will block you. Never say that. Shame on you. Shame on you. You are being stupid. Go to his page, say one word. You don't agree with him, he will call your mother a whore. Brother, those are brothers. Just go, try it. Tell him I don't agree with you. He will call you bastard, he will call your mother a whore, he will speak about your mother vagina. Go check it out. What brother? This person, he tried to present himself as a Christian. He start his program with long prayer to present himself as a holy man. Then his mouth is like a sewage when he speaks to Christians. What brother? Shame on you. You see, when I go live, when the last time you saw me praying? I don't. Shalom, everybody. Peace of the Lord. That's it. The Lord, he warned us about hypocrites who pray in the corner. Is that true? Are we blind? Those who want to go live on air and they present the first 5 minutes and then he made the cross and they lift his hand up to her. Now you decide to pray when you are in the front of the camera. This is the corner where Jesus warned us. The hypocrite, they pray in the corner. Internet is the biggest corner you can imagine. There's not only 5 people will see you. There's thousands of people seeing you. Always when I see somebody claim to be a Christian or even a Muslim, and he start his conversation or his life with long prayer, I know that this guy is a scam. You agree with me, you don't, this is your business. Because the whole idea of a praying long prayer before I start is to make you believe I am a decent, believing man. I'm a man of God, right? But isn't it Jesus says when you pray, go to your closet? And then what we do? We go to the closet and we take a camera with us. Are you with me? Am I wrong? Guys, I don't want to pray in front of her. And then he claimed that I don't go to church. Let us say, for the sake of argument, I don't. But how you know I don't go to church? I don't go always to church, yes. I don't go every Sunday to church, yes. But I go because I'm always busy. And this is my church. But if, like actually the week before it, I was invited to a church. Remember I told you? So he tried to make you not a Christian. Why? You know, this guy, he don't go to church. First of all, Jesus, he commanded us to pray in our closet. This is how you communicate with God. A church is where you associate with the believers. So a person who have no church to go to, he is a Christian. And if I go to a Protestant church, he will say this is not church. If I go to Orthodox church, he will say this is not church. If I go to a Catholic church, he will say this is a church. Oh, now we are talking. Which church you are talking about? Hypocrite, coward. So they question you in order to make you look bad. Will you go to church every Sunday, but your mouth is a mouth of a rat? You cannot even take a Christian disagree with you. Right away, you call his mother a whore. You remember the video he made, the Christian prince, he insulted a Christian sister? You remember? Anyone remember the video? Then we went to his chat before he go live. He was calling the whore. I mean, the chat is there. We made a video about it. Anyway, be aware of false teachers. Not everyone says too he's a Christian. I don't want to say names, but you are people who you have a brain. And this is my advice to you. Any person who start his life program, you know, if he is a priest, I will say, okay, the priest, maybe he have to do it this way. All right? But it should be a short prayer. But anyone, he make a long prayer, invoking the Holy Spirit to inspire him, making a lot of like drama about God, giving him the wisdom. This is a person trying to present himself to you. He's a salesman, like the Muslims. The Muslims, they go in the middle of the town and they put a rag in the floor and they start praying. Can't he do it in his house? Why he's going to the park? Because he want to show, and it's a show. Me, myself, when I speak about myself, I say I grew up. Since I was a kid, I have guns. You heard me, right? You heard me many times saying that. I told you, always I've been fired from the school. Correct? People ask me, why you don't become priest? I say, I'm the last one to become priest, right? I never glorify myself as a like a saint. Never. I will never do that. So, something was flying coming from the air condition. He claimed the Holy Spirit came upon him. Takbir, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit. He's making fun even of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit became a dust. So you don't need to be genius to know that this person is a scam. He make videos about me speaking because I support Israel. He called me Mossad agent, Zionist, all kinds of names. But then he go like a puppy to apostate prophet. Why you go there? If you are against Zionist. I mean, this guy, he wear the Jewish hat. He played the shofar. In his neck, he have the Star of David. Behind him, there's the flag of Israel. And yet he go there. Do you know why? Because simply his channel will bring him more customers. Businessman. Is that true or I'm lying? If you are against Zionist, how far you can go more Zionist than this guy? Him and David Wood, they went all the way to Jerusalem to support Israel during the war. He never opened his mouth about it. I did not go to Israel. I cannot go. I don't think they will let me go. I'm an Arab, you know. So me, he have a big mouth because there's no benefit from me no more. I used to promote him. I used to ask people to go to his channel. I thought he's a good guy. Now he have a big channel. Christian Prince, he rejected him. He knew now what he is, what kind of person he is. Now he is kissing the ass of those guys, Apostate Prophet and David Wood. Right? Yeah. He tried to convert the wife of AP to anti-Zionism. Uh-huh. In fact, you know, I don't know if you know Apostate Prophet. I don't talk to those guys. I never spoke to them. If you know him, ask him why in the world he invites such an idiot if he supports Israel. Why you invite your channel a person who hate Israel? Ask him. Does any one of you have a connection with Apostate Prophet? I have nothing against Apostate Prophet, by the way. In fact, I like his videos. Like he makes sometimes a very nice videos, you know. Same as David Wood. David Wood, I don't agree with him in many things he say. Like sometimes he make mistakes. But when it comes to short videos, he make a fantastic videos. Me, myself, I cannot do them. I cannot make a short video. My short video is 4 hours. If it's short, that's a short one. So, you know, we cannot like find. I mean, me myself too. I'm sure many of you will have some like against some things I say. You might say sometime he is so like you know, like he uses word maybe he should not use. But I'm just being me. I'm being honest with you. I don't sugarcoat things. I'm not trying to present myself as a priest or I'm just being me. So if you want to know me, listen to me. When you listen to others, you don't know them. They are doing business, and they try to present themselves they call themselves professional, like speak in a professional way, right? Yeah, if you know those guys, if you speak to them, ask them why you invite this person your channel. For me, it's strange, really, how you support Israel and then you invite someone, you promote him, and he is anti-Israel. Which one is your side of the story? Anyway, I don't care what people celebrate, for me, this is his channel, AB, but it's strange that I'm sure he knew that he hate Israel. Why he invited them? I don't know. You ask him. For me, I will never allow this person to speak in my microphone again. The last time I spoke to him, actually, is just to rebuke him about Israel. And since then, this dog, he started barking everywhere. You remember? He called me. I said, did you say really that you support Hamas against Israel? And he said to me, the hell with Hamas. But in reality, he is with Hamas. When he go to Uthman, did you see the video? Do you remember what he said to me, CP? I want to explain something. When David Wood and what is the other guy name? I forgot his name. He went to Uthman. He was insulting you. I was not there. Then I saw the video. When he came right away to Uthman and he gave him a hug and a kiss. I was shocked. A hug and a kiss. The video is there. Go watch it. But he claimed that if he was there, if he hear this, will not allow them to insult me. He just kissed the guy. This is Judah. You know Judah? You know Judah? Even Uthman, he invited him to go to dinner. He did not invite David Wood. It was Ramadan. He invited him to go with him. They are close in relation. Anyway, do we have any Abdul? Do we have any Abdul? So please don't mention, like you see, I did not talk about him because unless you may, but don't mention his name here. Don't, please do me a favor. This guy is not welcome here. Not his name, not his work. He is a fraud. And he is not the only one. It's like this. There's many of them. The Pope, he defended, you know, the Pope, he said that, you know, we know the articles and the interview about, you know, it's okay to be a gay. He said that being a gay is not a crime. Then he go and he make a video defending the Pope. The Pope did not mean that. What do you mean? He said it's not a crime. You know, in the Bible, Adam, he was not a gay. He was kicked out from heaven for something way less. Is that true? So how in the world you defend such a scumbag, you call him the Pope? So there is people who they are Catholic, but they are not going to defend a fraud like the Pope. They knew that this is absolutely false. Right? They knew that this guy is not a Christian. There's no Christian who will say what he's saying. So when we defend someone speaking against the scriptures, that means I am too, not with the scriptures. I am with the person, not with the scriptures. I take a side with the person against the scriptures. When the previous Pope, he say, God, may God protect Islam. How in the, I just learned this, by the way, a few months ago. If you remember, somebody called me and told me about it. And then I searched it, it's true. How in the world I can claim to be to be Catholic after this? If you want to be a Catholic, you have to revolt and never consider those popes your popes. Make your own church. You want to be a Catholic? Okay, make your own church. Make a new church. You know, speaking of unity, unity is good, right? But we can be united with the devil. If the Pope saying to you it's okay to be a gay, may God protect Islam. Look, hold on, let me search for it. You guys changed my topic. May God protect Islam. How in the world this? How in the world even they agree with him to let it go? I'm searching for it. Protect. When and by the way, the one who told me about it, if you remember, he's a Catholic. He's a strong Catholic. He have a lot of knowledge about Catholicism. He called me, and he is the one who told me about it. Here we go. This is the website of the Vatican, just to show you we are not making things up. So how this potato, he spent his day supposedly speaking against Islam, refuting Muslims, but he don't talk about the worms inside his church. Islam, look at this. Let us see. Oh, this is not the page. Hold on. Prayer of the Holy Father. Look, yeah, here. Okay. May Saint John Baptist protect Islam. Like what? People, do you see what I see? Same time, how in the world John the Baptist, he can protect Islam, you donkey? So now we are asking a man to protect somebody, not God? Isn't this is out of Christianity? Suddenly it's not Jesus, is not the Father, not the Son, not the Holy Spirit. Suddenly it's John the Baptist who will protect Islam. And John the Baptist, he will protect the scumbag Islam. And this is what? The official website. Read with me. This is not, and I'm not, you know, this is not me saying that. His Holiness. They call him Holiness. So His Holiness, he is praying, may John the Baptist protect Islam. And by the way, there's other one too. I tried to find it. That one was sent to Morocco. The same. What? What? I posted in this website long time ago. I just remember here because I just saw it. Let me be sure this is the same website. Maybe it's not the same. Anyway, I posted on the website. They were posting that we Christians and Muslims worship the same God. Guess what? After 15 minutes, I received an email that your post is deleted. What is the name? What is the title? This is Catholic.com. This is what? Catholic.com. This is scumbag is busy with the Christian Prince. He's like a camel. He don't see the hump in his back. How in the world Catholic.com teach in their pages that Muslims worship the one true God? Anyone can tell me? Is that my website? Am I fabricating things? The article in front of you. We worship one God. Not only the true God, which means the Muslims are the true religion. This is what this means. They worship the one true God. But isn't it the Bible says, whoever deny the Son and the Father is an Antichrist? And the Muslim, they deny the Father, deny the Son? And this potato is busy with the Christian Prince because he defends Israel? He did not see all the pimples in his butt? How he can sit in his butt? They are corrupting the Christians. This Vatican, you know, before, if somebody attacked the Pope, and you're my witness through years, I don't like people to speak again. But then the more I know, the more I get disgusted. What is this? This is way far. Okay, the Pope doing politics. The Pope kissed the Quran. Okay, he's doing politics. I will let it go. But this is you are teaching that Islam is the true religion. What is left? What is left of the Catholic Church? You know, usually, like there is some kind of bacteria grow inside bad food, and there's kind of bacteria grow outside the food. They go usually like, you know, in between the fingers of your feet. But this is in the head. It's not in the feet. This is the head. This is the Pope. So if there is a person, he claimed to be a decent Christian, he's a Catholic or not, doesn't matter. Because you see, the Bible is what we follow. And what those people are teaching is absolutely Antichrist teaching. So if you are a Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox, you need to expose anyone who says such a thing. He claimed to be a Christian. Doesn't matter what a church you go to. I made videos before about people who they are Protestant saying the same garbage, Orthodox saying the same garbage, and Catholic saying the same garbage. The difference here, in the Orthodox or the Protestant, it was like somebody claimed to be priest. Not, this is the Pope. This is not a normal priest. So the Muslims, they were able to penetrate by their money and their influence and their power. The Pope, your Pope, is in their pocket. What is left for you as a Catholic? So I made a post refuting what they say. They deleted I wish I can find, let me see if I can find it. It's like it's a Catholic forum, you know, where people, they can post article, you can post answers, you can share. Yeah, they keep the Muslims promoting Islam post, and I took my post. You make me sick. Jesus will be sick of you. Me, John the Baptist, protect Islam? Are you sure? And you know, when you say the truth, you will see somebody is naive. He is just like, you know, he just came out of the box of his mama. He will say, you're anti-Catholic, you hate Catholic, you're bashing Catholic, you're an idiot. I always defend the crusade, and the picture I have in my icon, this guy is a Catholic king. He's a crusader. That's why I like him. He fought Islam, he conquered them, he defeated them, he kicked them out of his land. I never was against the Catholic. I always considered them my brothers and my sisters. I'm proud of the crusade. We are the crusade. How many times I say, we are the crusade? What happened to you? You used to be the crusade. Today you become a potato. Guys, do you hear me? Somebody saying my voice is not coming good. Is my voice good? Okay, the one who don't hear me good, you know, Shaitan, he did pee in your ear, as Prophet Muhammad said. Prophet Muhammad never lie. All right. We are the crusade. The crusade is those who defend the faith from everyone, from inside and outside. And inside is more dangerous than outside. Right? When you have somebody, he is inside, he's way more dangerous than an enemy out of the door. I don't know what what he was do about the Christmas, but anyway, I mean, this guy is a scumbag. Many Catholic, they contact me and they say to me, you know, you are right. I mean, we don't agree with this guy. You Catholic need to revolt against him. You need to make a revolution against this filthy scumbag. In fact, I pray that the Lord would take him to his hell, him and all the leaders around him, so we can clean the church. I pray that will be done soon. Maybe we can get someone cleaner, someone have little decency. All right. So as you see, they fabricate books about Muhammad. And you know what? Why want to blame someone like this guy if the Pope praising Muhammad? The Muslim, they make fun of your Jesus being God 24 hours, 7 days a week. They make fun of your churches, of your prayer. They kidnap your daughters. They kill your Christian brothers and sisters. And then the Pope, he praised Muhammad. Huh? Hmm. I searched for this guy religion. It says he was raised as a Quaker. What a Quaker mean? Guys, what a Quaker mean? I don't know what Quaker. Let me search for this. I never heard of this before. The multiple match for a Quaker. What a Quaker? Quaker religion. Quakerism is a religion movement that originated in England in the 17th century. Quaker are members of a society of a friends or a friends church. Their beliefs include direct experience to God, equality of all people, a changed life, peace and justice, worship in silence. Okay. Quaker. Oh boy. He's a Quaker. And the Quaker, he ended in the laptop of Muhammad. And then he said that Muhammad did not spread his religion by sword. But look here, look. He even lied about the age of Khadija. He said she was 15 years older. Like almost every major prophet before him, Muhammad fought shy of serving as a transmitter of God's words, sending his own. Amazing. But the angel commanded, read. So far as we know, Muhammad was not able to read. That's false. Muhammad is just copying what the most of Muslims say, is that Muhammad can't read. Muhammad, he can read, you know. In fact, the story he just quoted, that the angel commanded Muhammad to read, is proving Muhammad he can read, because you see, the story can cause big problem for Islam. If the angel, which is speaking for Allah, told Muhammad to read and Muhammad cannot read, that means Allah is stupid. He is using the wrong word. If you remember, once Muslim, they made a video to refute me about this. So they make a video made by 5, 6, 7 Muslims. They mention their names refuting Christian Prince. And he said, like the guy speaking in their name, or reading what they wrote to refute me, that read here mean recite. Then I respond to their video saying, if it is recite, that means Islam is false too. Because if the angel says to him recite, recite is something you say from your memory, not something you just heard. Right? That's what recite means. Recite is something you memorize, like a poetry or song or etc. It's not something you repeat. And if it is repeat, it's a problem too. Because why Muhammad, he says, I cannot repeat? Based on their understanding. He just told you repeat if it says repeat. So imagine I say to you, repeat. This is the only word I say to you, repeat. And then you say to me, I cannot say repeat. You just did. So whatever they try to solve this issue is obviously a fabricated story, and the stupid Muhammad, he did chosen a false words to describe how the angel spoke to him. Are you with me? All right. And look, then he says he began to dictate those inspired words. How the angel came to him and told him read, and those inspired. Inspired is different. The angel came to him as a man and he squeezed him 3 times. How in the world you call this inspired? Idiot. Then no other religion in history spread so rapidly as Islam. The West widely believed that this surge of religion was made possible by sword. But no, modern scholars accept this idea. Look at this filthy idiot. The Quran, Muhammad himself says, I've been victorious by terror. Most people enter Islam when I was victorious by sword. They enter into Islam by waves when I conquer Mecca. Read it. Chapter 110. When the day of victory by war against the enemy came, I saw people entering the religion of Allah as waves. Not one, not two, not three. The whole city is enter Islam. Fear. Muhammad army is coming. He won the war. The same now in Syria. Those who used to support the Assad, they go and dance in the street like monkeys. When the previous monkey was there, they danced for the previous monkey, support him. We love you, Assad. Hey, Assad, Assad. When the previous one, they say saying, whoever monkey took over the chair, he is the king. Monkeys. The same as the monkeys in the Vatican. Do you see how we lie? Is it Muhammad, he says, I've been victorious by terror? How he was victorious? By terror. No scholar, not even one. No wonder the Muslims, they like your book. How Muhammad was victorious as a prophet? By spoil, killing. Even enemies, they were terrified. Look how peaceful Muhammad is. From a distance of 1 month journey. Do you see it? All right, we have somebody want to join us. Muhammad never, Islam did not spread by war. What are you talking about? There's not a single scholar agreeing that. Not even one. Not even one, huh? Any Abdul? You can imagine how filthy scumbag he is, to the point that people from a 1 month journey, they are afraid and they converted to Islam. A month journey. Do you know how far at that time, a month journey? It takes less than a month to go all the way to Uzbekistan, all the way from Mecca. So 1 month journey, people are terrified of Muhammad and they converted to Islam. And then this potato, he says to you, the West widely believe that Muhammad or Islam is spread by by terror. Alejandro, go ahead.
So Sam yesterday was talking a lot of shit, and he was explaining to me how you don't know anything and you're the worst Muslim apologist. I just wanted to hear your reply, because he called my mother a Shia whore, and I'm a Greek Orthodox Christian, and it just didn't sit right with me. And I've been following your content now for about a year, and I still think you're better, so I just wanted to hear your reply.
Well, you know, I blame you for going there. It's your fault. Secondly, I mean, there's videos, tons of videos. This guy, he called me always and he say, you are our teacher. You are my teacher. You are my master when it comes to Islam CP. Ask them. Is that correct? The videos are on YouTube. Go search it. So, next time if you speak to him, he said, you idiot. Isn't it you who keep calling him? And there's tons of videos of you. Calling Christian Prince, says, Christian Prince, CP, you are my teacher. You are my, when it comes to Islam, you are the teacher of everybody. You are the lion. Is that correct, guys? How many times you heard him?
I remember hearing that.
Yeah, you heard it. So why you did not say that to him? So how was his teacher, and now I know nothing.
I mean, I feel like I have too much forgiveness. I felt like he
My
could
friend, I
redeem
do not
himself
need to
still.
prove who I am, I mean, this guy, all his article is based on what I say. He don't speak Arabic, he do not know Arabic, he know nothing about Arabic. So anything he will say, especially if it's include Arabic, and all, when you want to debate Muslims, it based on the language, because Muslims, they lie in translation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Not only him, anyone who is opposing Islam, if you don't speak Arabic, he have to learn what Islam really about from someone he speak Arabic. Me or someone else, doesn't matter, right? Now I can say
Yeah.
I'm the only one who speak Arabic about Islam, no. But you cannot claim that this is your knowledge because you don't speak the language, number one. Number two, the potato here, they don't even have high school. I have degree in the Islamic law. And when we study law, and everyone who from the Middle East, he knew, it's a must to study three religions: Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Not only Islam. It's a must. Why? Because in the Middle East, there's the Christians, there's Jews, and there's Muslims. So when you work in the law, you have to deal with the three, and you have to know the religion. So we have to study the three before we can complete our degrees. However, degrees don't give you really a knowledge. It give you a key, like I say, for a work. It's your own work. You have to study hard to learn. But anyway, he can say, but I blame you for going there. Why you go there? Why you go there? This guy's an idiot.
No, yeah, I blame myself too.
Yeah.
Most of his arguments are literally the same arguments that you use. So once I started saying that, I stopped watching him.
Yeah, but next time, if ever, if just to make fun of him, you tell him, how many times you call the Christian Prince, you are my teacher? How many times? 100?
Yep, I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah. And actually, this will show you how trashy he is. How you can deny what is already in YouTube all over. You call me many times, you are my teacher. My teacher, not only a teacher, my teacher. No CP. You are my teacher. CP, when it comes to Islam, you are the teacher of all. Suddenly, CP, he know nothing.
I don't understand it.
He is one of the guys who used to say Islam means submission. And then I spanked them all and said, don't say submission, means surrender. Potatoes. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jealousy, and all of this, because I turned my back to him, which means I don't really trust him. What happened, since this guy, they came to me. I even blocked people, by the way. They come to complain about his language. Many, they say, he insult us. He say, your mother is a whore, this guy. And then I don't go to, I don't watch any people channels, I don't go. Rarely I go. I don't believe them. But then I heard it, I saw it. So I decided to turn my back for him. I used to send a person, he says to me, he denounced Muhammad. He become out of Islam. He want to become a Christian. He accepted Jesus. All of you are my witness. I used to send him to Shamun because this is his, usually he speak about this topic, right? For I trusted, and knowing that he is a fraud, I send him many. And he like it because then people will say, look, he converted to Christianity by him. In fact, I am the one who sent him. He left, he accepted Jesus already. I said to him, go listen to Sam Shamoun. But I never thought that this Shamshun is a fraud. And then he will poison the head of the person. For me, when somebody leave Islam and he want to become a Christian, I never said to him, be an Orthodox or Catholic or Protestant. You are my witness. I said, you go to the church. If you feel you are home, that's your church. And ask them certain questions to check if this is a valid church. Serious questions. Not only about if they believe in the Trinity and Jesus only the Savior. Ask them what they think about homosexuality, what they think about Islam. If they say to you, they start saying to you, Jesus love everybody and God love everybody, those are people that are politically correct, and they are no Christian. They did not give you the answer because they don't dare to give the answer. They are fraud. This is the only advice I give to a person who leave Islam, listening to me. And this is actually an advice for everybody. If you go to a church and the priest of the church, he act like a puppy when you ask him those two questions, he is no priest. He's a businessman. He's satanic. Right? He's afraid to say what the Bible say. How you can take him? How you can trust him? How you can listen to him? He just refused to tell you what the Bible say. So this is the easiest way to find if a person who he claimed to be priest is a true priest of God and he is a decent Christian. Right? Like I say things as it is, and I know that YouTube can what? They can cancel my account in a second. I don't care. I will say it as it is. Never compromise. Go ahead, Bats.
What's going on, brother?
I'm fine.
I'm new to your channel, bro. It's been very, very good.
Oh.
First I like to say God bless everyone in the chat. I just want to say, based on everything I've been listening to when it comes to Islam. I remember when I first heard of Islam, right? They painted it to me in something like it's something good, bro, something beautiful, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And my days, bro. After everything I listened through your channel and through other stuff, bro, it's shocking, bro. But
Yeah, my
they
friend,
try to
keep watching
masquerade it.
because you will hear a lot of things. Islam is the most disgusting. I mean, rat and mice is way more honorable than Muhammad. Because mice, she eat, but she don't mean harm. I mean, she is an animal, like, it's hungry, right? But Muhammad, he eat when he is not hungry. He want to eat everything. He's a beast. This is what Satan is about.
Yeah.
His hungry never be full. Like when a lion he kill to eat. After he eat, if he see a goat next to him, he will not kill it. He's done. He ate. Muhammad, he will kill anything around. Termite. He can't stop eating, and he worship himself. He made himself obviously above his God, to the point his God he have, even Aisha, she said to him, when Muhammad he made verses in the Quran says, any believing woman she offer herself to the Prophet so he can if her. Aisha, she said, I see that your God he rush into your lust, Muhammad. She noticed that Muhammad, his God, he worked for him, not Muhammad worked for his God. The God he made verses about women offering themselves to the Prophet. Why? The guy already have 25 wives at least and 100 of sex slaves. Why he need more? This guy is a pervert and he is a beast. Anything else?
Bro, like where I'm from, right? I'm from Belize, bro, and
You are from
we
where?
don't give our faith to no one, bro. Belize.
Belize?
We don't give our faith to no one. Yeah, it's a tiny little country in Central America.
All right.
We're a majority Christians, and bro, there's so many times they try to bring these type of ideologies over here, bro. We rejected all of it.
What language they speak there?
Oh, we speak Creole and English, and it's a mixed culture. It's
So
Spanish,
I
English,
have a
Creole.
request from you, my friend and my younger brother. Why you don't make videos yourself from what you learn from me, or maybe translate my videos, add subtitle in your language, so they will not fool them. What do you think?
It's interesting. Yeah, I would, but I'm just starting to study like the Bible. I'm getting closer to God, and I'm still ignorant in a lot of things. So I want to have a full,
You do not
complete
need to
understanding.
be, yeah. But if you translate my Bible, my videos, by subtitle or even by your voice, you do not need to be knowledgeable because you are just translating. This way, your people will have a source of real information, right? And Muslims will not be able to fool them. Because
Yeah,
in order
no,
to
the
establish
Muslim is
a
they're very
religion
tiny over
in
here.
your island, all what they need is an idiot, convince him, one person, then they become two,
Mhm,
then they become three, then you have a mosque, then you have Islam, right?
mhm. Yeah.
So it's your duty, if you care for your land and your people, to protect them from this evil cult garbage.
Mhm.
I ask you, this is a request from me, I beg you actually to do it.
Right.
And you can even have ads, commercial on it, make money, I don't care. But let us provide your people. I never heard of your island before all my life. I pray to the Lord that your island will protected from this garbage and any other
Mhm,
cult. But it's your duty too. I don't speak your language,
mhm.
you know. Trust me, if I speak your language, I would do it.
No, of course, like bro, like this is why I am starting to refute
Yeah,
and deal with this.
study and
So for
refute,
me,
study and
as a
refute,
Christian,
and
bro,
make
our
those
job
videos.
is to evangelize the truth.
Yeah,
Like
study,
so.
study is good. No is good. I encourage you. But making those videos, using my videos, all my videos are for free for everybody, you know.
Mhm,
And I don't care really where people watch it. Like many people don't, we don't want the video to be taken from their channel because they want people to come to them, right? For me, I don't
mhm.
care. I encourage always. I get upset because people do not download. So download it, add subtitle. Now these days, maybe even there is like maybe if you can find like an AI software can translate faster, and then you can correct. You know, if you notice that the meaning is not accurate, just to make it a fast translation and help
All
your
right,
people.
but I'll spread the word, bro. Don't worry. I'll get the content. I'll help translate and spread the word, the
All
truth.
right, all right.
And God bless, brother.
Take care. God bless you. Yeah, encourage everybody. You know, like many languages. I wish I speak all languages in the world, but I don't. Even English. My English is funny. Like until now, I sometimes I flip over a word. You know, it's amazing, by the way. When I started to speak about Islam, and my English was way more horrible than now. Like now, it's really good compared to before. The first thing I said to myself, how in the world I'm going to talk to those people when my English is really terrible, you know? But that did not really stop me from doing what I believe it's very important. Very important. You know, like when people they hear somebody with an accent, he doesn't speak good language, they take it as a like he must be not educated. You know what I mean? He cannot be educated. How he can be educated? He doesn't speak good English. But you know, I am not educated in English because I'm not an English teacher and not supposed to be. But I am educated in the topic. None of you can master it as I do. So I decided, you know, I said, okay, you know what? People will make fun of my English. People will laugh at words I say, how I read some words. Muslim will do that too. I don't care. My mission is bigger than this. So I started from zero. In fact, nobody will listen to me. Even Christians, they insult me. They say to me, this is not how Christian people talk. You are attacking other religion. This is not right. Jesus did not teach you this because they are ignorant, do not know. They told them in the church that Jesus loved everybody. That means Jesus loved evil too and love Islam because Islam is evil. And when you speak against Islam, you are a being evil person. And then they come to you and they say, Jesus says, don't judge. Otherwise, you will be judged. And they try to put you down in every way. And we know that they are absolutely wrong. The whole Bible is about rebuking false teaching, false teachers. So in the beginning, all forces of the devil was on me, starting from the Christians. Because at that point, the Christian, they were serving the devil. Even though they are not evil, but they didn't know. You see, the Bible says, my people have been destroyed because of their ignorance. Those are the Christians. They invite Muslims to their countries. They believe that Muslims believe in love like them, and they are friendly people. But they don't know that those people, they are preying. They prey on them, their daughters, their kids, so they can control the country. The second you say that, you say you are teaching division. I remember once I was speaking in a I was speaking to the foreign minister of Philippines, and they were going to make, like, the reason I went there, because the foreign minister, he was speaking about the peace agreement, which I made a part of it. They gave me some of the deal with the Muslims in the south, and they asked me to review it, and I put my notes about it. This is what they asked me for, you know, to see if there's something not right, to fix it before they sign the deal. So when I stood and I explained to the foreign minister of Philippines, at that time his name is Takayano, I think Takayano, something like that. A Muslim guy, he was there, he wanted to take picture with me. I know that, I mean, I know what the purpose of the picture. So he said, can I take a picture with you? I said, no. Yeah. And then, but the Muslim did not even open his mouth. There's many Muslims are standing, because the foreign minister was explaining to the Filipinos, including Muslims are coming, invited, to explain the peace deal between Muslims and the government of the Philippines. But there was a guy, he claimed to be a Christian minister. And then I found out that, I asked him what his church is. They called themselves Anabaptist. And I never heard of this church before, Anabaptist. So he said to me, what is the purpose of all of this? I said, purpose of what? He said, you are spreading division. It's really, why? He said, this is what you did. You know, you're trying to make Islam look bad. And then I said, I'm quoting Islam. You felt I'm spreading division because I'm quoting Islam. Then I asked him if he have a card, you know. He gave me his card. And then when I went home, I searched for his Facebook, and I found his Facebook is full of posts of how amazing Prophet Muhammad is. So this coward, he live in an area, have a lot of Muslims. And because of that, he keep posting pictures of Ali. I wish I remember his Facebook now to show you. You will not believe it. A biggest deceiver ever. He was so upset from me. And then I made videos and I challenged him to come and debate me. I met him in person. He accused me that I'm teaching division and hatred. So this is just an example of how some, they are a fraud, they are antichrist, yet they clothe themselves with the uniform of Jesus, saying that they are ministers and priests. A priest is my enemy. This is my experience with them. Just for saying the truth. In his website, he was making quotation, Muslim, he take a quotation from the Muslims. Prophet Muhammad teach justice. Imam Ali teach love. The wisdom of Allah. I mean, he's a priest, or he is a Muslim. He have post about Islam, praising Islam way more than any post from the Bible. This is just an example of what you go through when you start fighting the garbage of Islam, because there's many dummy, stupid ones. They think they are doing the right thing. Kafir, the mic is yours.
Hey, Christian parents. Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm from the bad country of Israel. Just wanted to let you know.
You're welcome. How is things going?
Well, you know, with the war and everything, it's not so great, but we are getting through it. Yesterday, we got shot from Yemen. They tried to shoot another missile at us. So
yeah, I heard that Israel now preparing for a big attack, but nobody's sure where. I am assuming maybe it is Yemen or Iran, but mostly maybe Yemen. It's time to do something for those potatoes.
Yeah, but I don't know about this too much, because we can't get too spread out, like, you know, in all of the fronts, because I heard that Turkey is going to invade Syria maybe soon as well, so you never know.
Yeah, this is what I was warning Israel, that they hit too much on the Assad, and I believe if they kept him in the office was better than losing him, because I think he learned his lesson after what happened in the last 2 months. So it was better to keep him, better than bringing Erdogan next to your border. And Erdogan,
This is
yeah, Erdogan will be a big problem. You know, Turkey is not a small, tiny country, and this guy is an evil person. He will take over Syria.
yeah.
But I believe it's not going to be easy for him to take over. In the beginning, they might welcome him. You know, those Syrian, as usual, like now they are in the honeymoon, enjoying that Assad is gone. But soon, maybe in a month, 2 months, 6 months, they will wake up. They will notice that the honeymoon is not there really. Things is garbage as before, as it was. Nothing changed. And when the Turkish, they start invading the country, opening stores and restaurants and sucking the blood of the Syrian, then they will start beating each other and they will ask them to leave. As usual. The same as the Turkish they did to the Syrian in Turkey. They beat them, they burned their cars. Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna debate Turkey gonna invade Syria in Oxford debates like they did about us?
Debate between who?
There was a debate recently about if Israel is an apartheid state and if Hamas is a terrorist group.
Yeah.
You probably know Yusuf Mossab and
Yeah,
Yusuf
I know
Haddad.
it. I don't watch those things because I know it's a waste of time for me. You know, I mean, it might be good for somebody who do not know much, but for me, it's a waste of time. You know, when they speak about which state is Israel, let us compare Israel to any Islamic countries. How many Jews left in Iraq? How many Jews left in Syria? Who is the one doing genocide? We do not need, you know, just little numbers, you know. Jews disappear everywhere in the Middle East. So how come Gaza used to be 60,000 and now they are 2 million? Is that because the Jews are doing genocide? And how come the 100,000 Jew in Baghdad, they become zero? You know?
Nobody knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, I mean, stupidity is amazing, you know, politically correct. And, you know, the Muslim, they use their influence over those and the money of Qatar. Qatar, my friend, Qatar is your enemy. Qatar and Turkey. You Israeli, you better prepare yourself with war with Qatar and Turkey. This is the money back. And this is...
we kind of divided, like opinionated on Netanyahu, you know, and all the different policies. We're not blind that some being funded from Qatar, but we can't do much here because there's a lot of internal turmoil because we can't build a correct government in this scenario in the middle of a war. Like there is all kind of factions.
No problem. I think the way Israel treated all the issue wrongly. You see, if I am in charge of Israel, the first attack we'll do is not on Gaza. I will do on Qatar. And trust me, if you attack Qatar, they will release the hostages in 20 seconds. The ruler of Qatar, he will say, release them. You attack Qatar, you destroy their refinery, you destroy their ships. I mean, you can burn all of Qatar. So instead
I actually thought about...
Yeah, right away, because the one in charge of what Hamas is saying and doing is Qatar. And as long Qatar are safe and nothing happened to them, who care about how many those Hamas die and those Palestinians? They don't care. They use them. So you should hit the head of the snake. And trust me,
that's right. But actually,
the first day you attack, things will change. Just one attack. Just do one attack. Tell them, if you don't release the hostages, we know that you are supporting them. We will attack you more. The hostages will be home right away. Yeah.
Let me tell one thing though. I actually thought about that and what the scale of this attack would be, and it cannot be done because Qatar is an intersection between all the oil in the Middle East. You probably know this already with the oil refineries.
So
also,
what?
Some of Iran.
So what? What does have to do with this?
But if...
No, my friend, listen.
Because if we will, like, give an example, if we destroy something very valuable, that will make all the region oil more expensive for Russia, for USA, for
exactly,
everyone. So
even better. You see, that will put more pressure on everybody to release your hostages. You know, the first one, The first one will be kissing your feet is the Qatari, because now they knew the same you are hunting Hezbollah leader 14th floor under the ground, you can hunt their ruler who is living in a villa in a palace. So the first thing this ruler, he will be afraid about his ass, not about his oil, you know, his family. You can hunt them easy. So if you go after them and you say my kids or your kids, they will release your kids right away. Why you are worried about the oil price? You know, who care? You have your oil.
No, it's not about.
In Israel, you have
It's not about
your oil, you have your supply. You do not need even oil of anyone. You have enough gas. So Israel now is blessed with a lot of discovery of oil and gas. So you have the sources. Hit the head of the snake, and those are cowards. Those are cowards. They are lions as long you are away from them. They have no army. I mean, their army is a potato. I mean, the army of Qatar, each one of them, his belly is like 9-month pregnant women. So
no, I know, Christian, but what I'm trying to say is not about the oil itself. It's about the domino effect. Like I give you an example. Let's assume this happens, and we have a lot of relationship with countries in Europe or maybe some into Russia or whatever. If we do this, it will trigger an effect that will cut money coming from a different way to like export import into Israel.
my friend. So
so
which one we care for more, our victory or money we will lose for a month or two? This is not an excuse. You know how much money you spend now in 1 year war? A lot of money. Do you know how much war cost? If you go right now to shoot with your gun, if you shoot only one box of ammunition, you will pay $60-70. And I'm talking about normal ammunition, not something special. We are talking about expensive rockets. We are talking about expensive missiles, airplanes, massive cost. So the cost of 1 year war can be summarized in 2 days attack, and you will be victorious. And Qatar, they will learn forever not to attack you again, not to support someone when I attack you. This is the only way to teach your enemy to behave. As long as the head of the snake is safe, the snake will stay a snake. You cannot change.
We need a real leader for this. We can't have a politician like
Hire me.
Like Netanyahu, because he more worried about himself, and everyone is in entourage. They're worried about themselves and the money they get in the end of the month instead of a lot of issues on the line, you know.
My friend, I can work as a part-time prime minister for Israel. Trust me, in 1 week, I'm honest to God, in 1 week I will make everybody who hate you kiss your butt. Guarantee. All right? I know them. Or you know what? If you want, make Mus'ab, make him a prime minister. He will teach them how to behave. I trust this guy. He will do way better than Netanyahu. Nobody understands those cowards except the Arab.
Yep.
Let us deal with them, and you will see. They don't understand.
Thank you very much.
I
just want to
in
say
democracy, freedom, opinion, etc., human right. This garbage for them doesn't belong to them. So you need to speak to them in a language they understand, and always you go after the snake head, not the tail. Hamas is the tail. Hezbollah is the tail. You know? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I just want to thank you very much. I learned a lot about you, about Islam. I had no idea how deep the hatred is and how, like, I heard some of the stories about Jews. I didn't read all of them from the Quran and about Muhammad stories, but like I don't know all of them. But from what I heard, it's like I know why extremists are being made. It's so easy to be made because if you write it in a quote unquote holy book, like it's easy to be swayed that way if you interpret it in like, you know, some variation.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Thank you very much, and say shalom to people of Israel. Be victorious. Be victorious. Don't be a loser. Don't fear them. All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You know, I never saw corrupt people as the Arab. My people. The most corrupt, hypocrite, liars, awkward, backward, They speak about decencies, and the whole countries are thieves. The judge is a thief. The police is a thief. The president is a thief. The king is a thief. I mean, the whole, even the guy who sell you grocery, the vegetable guy. You buy tomato, you buy 3 kilos, like what they do in the Middle East. Do you know what they do? They buy 5 kilos because the 3 kilos of them, they will be in the garbage. They put the nice tomato in the front of you, and then the guy who is selling the tomato is in the back. You cannot pick up yourself, you know. So the one in the front of you, they look so good. In the back, he make like a hill, like a mountain, you know. From the back, he start putting the bad ones in the bottom, and then he put the good ones in the top. You go home, you find your tomato, half of it is garbage. You go to the butcher, you ask him for beef. You go home, you find a donkey meat. I mean, imagine even dead cows, who they, because they are sick, they throw them, like, you know, in the, where they do the slaughtering for the butcher house, you know, for cows or sheep. They have dumpsters. They throw the cows, dead cows, sick cows, goats, meat, whatever meat, they throw it in those dumpsters. They come, they bribe the, or they steal it, or bribe the one in charge of the butcher house. They take the ones who they are garbage, those are sick, and they sell them to you. I mean, you cannot find one thing in Arab land is not corrupt to the bones. And then they wear a suit. Like, you know, if you look at this Assad, he have a blue eyes. He's a doctor. By the way, the new leader, the Al-Qaeda, he was a student for to be a doctor, but he left. He decided to study Sharia. I want to be sheikh. So he dressed as a modern man, you know. His wife, she is very moderate. He is supposedly not a religious, not much, but he quote for you the Quran between here and there, and he love Allah. Just today they are saying they found graveyards at least have 100,000 people. 100,000. Now I'm sure that those Arab, they exaggerate with their lies, you know, as usual. I never trust their news. 100,000, maybe they found 100 people, but they become 100,000. I will not be surprised, by the way, if they are 100 and they made them 100,000. But anyway, he's a criminal for sure. But he is just a sample of all of them. All of them are the same. Erdogan, his prisons is full of political prisoners. They torture them, they rape them. Iran is the same. Iraq is the same. Saudi Arabia is the same. Emirat is the same. All of them, they try to appear that they are, but they will never be civil. Islam is the termite. Islam is a termite. There's two kinds of termite: communism and Islam. Both of them, they deal with people or a human being the same way, as a piece of garbage. Putin is a communist. He's a lizard. He's a snake. He changed his skin. The communist, he was a KGB officer, a KGB, and you can imagine what does that mean. How many people he tortured, how many people he killed, how many people he slaughtered, assassinated. Soviet Union collapsed. Suddenly he go to church. He go to church. He wear a cross. He's a Christian. You know, the KGB. He was not just a member in the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. He was a KGB, a high officer. Anyway, people in Russia love Putin. Well, I am not sure about that, because you see, in order to know who love you, who don't, you have to give them a freedom. I saw a priest, he was arrested called to the police station just because he made a post in his church website praying that the war will be over. Just because he said war. We pray that this war will be over. Nobody's allowed to call it war. It should call it operation. So when you say to me, people in Russia, they love Putin, we are talking about a KGB guy. Anyone oppose him in dead. Name for me one person, he is from the opposition of Putin, he did not die. Just name one. One was killed by a guy from Chechnya. It happened, Chechnya, Chechnya, you know, Kadyrov, he sent them. And then they said he's crazy. He's a crazy, this guy. Mentally ill. The other guy, they tried to kill him by poison inside Germany. Then the stupid guy, he came to Moscow, they assassinate him inside the jail. The third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, a journalist. I mean, when you see people in Russia, they love, you have to give them a freedom, and then we can see who love him, who hate him, you know? Right? Like how many people they vote for Saddam Hussein when Saddam Hussein was in the office? 99.99999, and the one who did not vote, he died when he was going to vote. He wanted to vote yes, but he died. Destiny, brother. Amazing. Right? Yeah. Now the guy who controls Syria, now Al-Qaeda guy, he claimed he will make election. Let me guess how many they will vote for him. They will try to make it, except by they will not make it exaggerated, like if they are smart. They will say 69% maybe, you know, like something, but still he may have the majority, you know? Yeah. If he's a stupid like the previous ones, he will make it 99.999. But I assure you, it's a corrupt election too. This is what Islam is about. Egar Rahim, are you still there? You want to come to the stage? Put your hand up if you want. All right. So today we gave you an example of what thinker they think about Muhammad. But as you see, the Muslim, they praise writers who write books about Muhammad because they are lying. In all things, Muhammad was profoundly practical. Like what? Give me an example. When his beloved son Ibrahim died, an eclipse occurred. I mean, look, guys, look, the sky is collapsing. Aisha, she said to Muhammad, why you are crying? You know that this is not your son. He don't even look like you. This is what the son of a slave girl, her name is Mary the Copt, she is not even his wife, and she sleep around with everybody in town. Eclipse happened, and rumors of God's personal condolence quickly arose. Hold on. Isn't it this is the Almighty Allah who is control of the world? Why Allah is sad for Muhammad's son's death? Isn't it the Muslim believe that nobody die or live except by the will of Allah? So Allah killed him, and now he offer his condolence to Muhammad. Oh boy. Oh mommy. Abdul Rahim, are you there? Are you a Muslim, Abdul Rahim? Are you the guy who spoke to me lately? Abdul Rahman, sorry, Abdul Rahman. Looked like he left Islam, Abdul Rahman. Okay, good. He said he saw yesterday the hair of the Prophet. I mean, how dare you to say the hair of the Prophet? Say the blessed holy hair of the Prophet. What's wrong with you? Anyway, this is an example today. I showed an example of how those people, they seek money by praising a filthy person. It's very normal, always actually, you know. Poet men, they used to write poet for Caesars, for kings, so they can, the king, he will say, give him 10,000 pieces of gold, huh? And then a new king, he come and he killed the previous king. And then he make a poetry insulting the previous king, praising the new king. Give him 10,000 pieces of gold. Those people are always exist. They never change. All right? They will never change. All right, I'm not going to keep you longer. It's time for me to make coffee. Capiche? I hope we have a good time together and we learn something new. As usual, I said to you, my time is not now, but I will come from time to time in this, like early, so people in Europe, they can join us and be part of the conversation, or other territory in the world. All right? If I could come at night today, I will come. If not, maybe tomorrow. God bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. See ya. Bye-bye.